Welcome to Growl, your source for Chicago Bears and NFL news. And now your host and Bears expert, Gage.
Welcome to Growl. I'm Gage, your host for Bears and NFL news, and welcome to today's video, the post-draft episode. And let me tell you something. Today is a good day. Aaron Rodgers could possibly be leaving the Packers. We have a franchise QB, maybe in Justin Fields, and we could have an offensive line. And let me tell you, in Bears fans' world, that's like cry happy tier worthy. I mean, like, what more could you ask for? A Super Bowl tier running back? Oh, wait a minute. We already have one in Damian Williams when we picked him up in the offseason. Let's go. So, again, it didn't go bad, but it did go pretty good. And I'm excited to see how they do with all of their weapons, especially now that we have an offensive line. I think it's interesting, though, that they let go of, I forgot what the name, Bobby Massey or Charles Leno. I forget which one it was. Leno. Thanks, cameraman. Leno. And he went to the Washington football team. Still don't have a name. Like, what in the world? But I think it was an interesting move. Like, just completely get rid of him, which is interesting. But he was a pretty late round draft pick, and I think that's kind of cool that he was able to come from being like a 6th or 7th round draft pick and be able to make the starting lineup and be a pretty solid offensive lineman. So, speaking of which, I am happy about the decision to sign both of the offensive linemen in the draft with second and 5th round pick with Tevin Jenkins and Larry Borom. Both very solid picks. And free agency has been kind of crazy, especially around all of the NFL. But I'm kind of worried about our D. Like, Robert Quinn did not show up, but he had 2 sacks. First game and last game of the season. Like, what? We signed him for millions of dollars, and we got that out of him? Like, what? Like, so, and our defensive back situation with letting go of Kyle Fuller, like, I don't know. I'm not being a Debbie Downer, but, like, I'm just saying there's a possibility that our defense could not be as good as the last couple of years. And it'll be interesting to see how Tyreek Cohen does, especially now that he could be a backup, now because we drafted a running back in the 7th round. And it'll be interesting to see how our kick returning spot goes, especially with Cordell Patterson gone. And, because that was a pretty big part of our team. And I hope everybody stays healthy, except for Dalton. But I'm sure that's all of us. So, but currently, Justin Fields has 3 of the top 5 most popular jerseys. So let me break that down for you real quick. Of the 5 most popular selling jerseys right now, 3 of them are Justin Fields. The orange one, the blue one, and the white one. And that's because we're all super pumped to see how he does. Like, super pumped. But it will be interesting to see when he comes in, when they substitute Fields in for Dalton, or if he will at all. My prediction is probably maybe 6th or 7th game of the season, maybe around halfway through, but I don't think it'll be quite as soon as Bears fans are hoping, but I don't think Dalton will be that big of a letdown. I think that he'll progress, of course lose a couple of games, but I think that he will get the job done. Kind of unlike how I was feeling about Nick Foles last season. But another topic is Cole Kmet. It'll be interesting to see how he does in his 2nd year, especially with a halfway decent quarterback. Same thing for Allen Robinson. And also, it'll be interesting to see Eddie Goldman back. That'll strengthen our D, which is good. We'll see how he does. And looking at the schedule, it could be possible that we could do pretty good, but right now, I'm thinking we're going to go like 4-11. Or hold up, wait, no, 4-11. That's not even 6. No, 4 and. Sorry, I'm an accelerated math. I promise I can do this math. 4 and 13. There you go. I did it. Or no, hold up, because there's one bye game. So 4 and 12. I did it. Wait, is it 13? I'm not sure. I'm 4 and 13. I don't know. I'm sorry. Okay. Let's just wrap that growl up. That's today's growl. I'll see you next time on Growl.